Hello guys, what is going on in the market? I can tell you what is going on in a couple of seconds. Today we have a lot of topics, but let us start with Donald Trump's tariffs. The situation is going even worse. We got now a list with all the countries which the US charges tariffs. And as you can see, there are a lot of countries, even countries which do exactly the thing that the US want, like for example UK or Brazil or Singapore, and they even got 10% tariffs which they have to pay. So that means the list is really a lot. We have even countries which I don't know about. But what I can tell you is one thing. If you are a person who don't take Donald Trump serious, you are a part of it. I have to be honest with that, because first we thought the whole tariff situation will be just to make pressure against all the other countries to build up America's economy. But currently, as you can see, it has impact over the whole world. And I just don't want to call it differently, because it is a trade war. It is not that kind of war that we usually know, but with the whole tariff situation, it is probably even worse. But I don't want to go to the whole list. While I'm doing this video and recording this video, I can just scroll down and the list is almost never ending. What is the result of all of this? Most probably, a lot of analysts speak about it like it could lead to a recession. But let me clarify one thing. When is a recession a recession? It will announce as a recession always if it's too late. And that means like a couple months after it. Just use this time as an example. Maybe after 6 months, we will get the news that it was a recession. You can think about the situation negatively or positive, but all of us are impacted. So what can we do as a private person? If we just look at the largest company in the US, you have here a lot of red numbers. And just a couple of days ago, it started to get even worse. And most probably, it will get more into the red. The difference, and I can just repeat myself, between me and all the other people who tell like, oh, we have a recession, oh, Donald Trump's tariffs, the situation is so bad, you have to act on that, you have to buy these, you have to buy that. I show you exactly how I handle this situation. If we go to my example with the S&P 500, we had the 2000, the dot-com bubble, we had 2008, the financial crisis, we had 2020, the COVID crisis, and right now we have the situation with Donald Trump and the tariffs. And in all the situations, the market is always recovering. It's just a matter of time if we just look as well at the historic data. I know, and it is true, that historical data is not an indicator for the future, but until now, it always recovered. And that is one thing which I believe in. It will recover again. It's depending on the crisis and how hard it hits the market. And that results into maybe a couple of months or even 3 to 5 years. But just look at this chart. You can go back until 1996 and you should see how it goes up over time. Hopefully you can see it. So my result is that we have here the top 10 of the biggest player currently. That means it could change in the future. And right now you see the red numbers, which leads to a discount into these types of stocks. And if you go to the big players, which are not only in one area available, like for example Microsoft, which is diversified, you could take this chance and buy this type of stock. And I will do that. I have already one. I know it's not a lot, but I would never imagine, if we look a little bit back, that I would buy Microsoft stocks. But right now with this time and this offer, I have to take it. And if we look back in maybe 2, 3 or even more years, we can see if it was worth it or not. And I will just do it because I am at the beginning of my investment career. That means I want to take a lot of risk to gain wealth fast and still do most of the amounts that I invest into my S&P 500 ETF from Vanguard, which called VOO. And I will show you that because it is diversified with the 500 biggest companies in the US. And I don't have to check all the time the news, and the expense ratio is just at 0.03. Most probably in 2 or 3 weeks, you will see how I buy a lot of stocks. One of them, as I mentioned, is Microsoft. Another is Nvidia. I had it in the past, but I want to rebuild this position because the price is per stock at around $102. The next position which I also started to build is Amazon. With Alphabet, I will buy just a couple. I will start to build up a position with Meta and as well Nike, and they're not in the top 10. They are even in a worse situation because their whole manufacturing is hit by the tariffs. And if we look into my stock portfolio, because this is also one thing nobody is showing you, you see just in a couple of days, I went from $11,507 to almost $10,000. And I want to show you even more. We can go into my positions, and almost all of my positions are in the red. Just the stocks and ETFs which I bought a long time ago and are not currently US based, like Xiaomi, Alibaba, or even US stocks. But they lost as well a lot of profit. And you can see that just on the daily profit and loss, how big it hit my portfolio. And we have still a couple of stocks which are not impacted a lot, like Coca-Cola. I don't know what they're doing, but they're still very successful. And if we scroll a little bit down, at the bottom area are my biggest holdings. And as you probably know, they are all US based. That means where I'm in the biggest loss currently are my worldwide ETF. And as you can see, my cost average per ETF is at 542 USD. And right now it is at 480. Okay, now under 480. But that means I will buy even more of that and all the other stocks. And one more thing that I want to show you is Nike. I bought it with a cost average which was already very cheap at 78 USD per stock, and now it's at almost 53 per stock. And here as well, you can see I bought already Amazon, I bought Google, I bought Alphabet, and here Microsoft. I bought it like 2 weeks ago or something like that, and it is already at almost 36 USD in a loss. But I think especially situations like we have right now build wealth over time, and just the future can tell if it's correct or not. And I could be completely wrong with everything that I'm doing, but I want to add one more thing, and that is the whole crypto market. It is always correlating together with the stock market. And the fear and greed index, I can just tell you that right now, I don't believe it at all, because usually in the situation that we have right now, it should be completely in the red. The orange color is a lie, and how it works is a lie. I don't know how it exactly will be calculated, but it is wrong from my view and should be completely in the red. And look at the 10 most valuable cryptos currently. I will buy Bitcoin, maybe a little bit more of Ethereum. For all the other coins, I will just invest a really small percentage of it. But most of my portfolio will be Bitcoin and Ethereum. And let us see, guys, if the future will show it was a right decision or not. But I want to tell you one more thing. I just try to step on this train. I don't want to sit on the sideline and look the whole chance that we have right now. And I don't know if it goes even more down, but I tried it already. I bought already. And if it goes even more down, I will buy more. I will buy on monthly basis. And just the future can tell us if it was a right decision or not. But let us tell this in the future. Hopefully it helped you guys with the video. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.